Hi, Jaspie. It's the actor that plays the character Fastcast in Guild Wars 2. You should eat potatoes for a couple of reasons. Real potatoes. I could make this video as I have a chem and biochem background and nutrition, but I'm going to make this vid for dummies, not implying anything. It's going to be a lot faster than 3 hours. I have nothing prepared, so this is in no special order. But I'm going to give you some, somebody in the stream, hashtag potato facts for Jaspie. I don't make private vids for just anyone. First of all Americans and people around the world are deficient in potassium. And there are those that will say, just eat a banana. Well, bananas don't have that much potassium. I don't know where this came from. Not to mention, they have a terrible type of sugar in them and some other issues. I'm going to be cryptic here, but I don't eat bananas, and neither should you. There's a whopping hit of potassium close to the avocado, which is the king, and they're delicious and versatile. I'm going to tell you some magic and some chemical secrets as well. Sometimes peeling them and boiling and all of this is a pain in the ass to make some taters. I don't disagree with that. But there is an easy way that I discovered many years ago, and I'm going to tell you that in the first part of this vid. Get yourself baking potatoes. The russet is fine. They sell them at Costco and every store rather cheap in bulk. In fact, you won't get more nutrition per dollar than the baked potato. Sweet potatoes, which some people call yams, which actually is incorrect. They're a very different thing, are slightly more nutritious, but they're more expensive. Some people like them, some people don't. You could do this as well with a sweet potato. There's a reason bodybuilders and athletes eat them. They are more nutritious, slightly. But as for the white potato, which is fantastic to eat every day in a variety of ways, get yourself some russets in bulk, a 5 or a 10-pound bag, whatever you have. I forget where you live. Is it Texas? Might be Texas. So here's the issue. If you got one that's all gnarly and fucked up looking, way worse than this picture with all kinds of, I don't know, we call them umbilical cords or ears, and there's black spots and holes, you don't want to eat that. Make sure when you look through the little window in the preferably clear bag of potatoes that they look wholesome. The problem is that all vegetables, despite what vegans and vegetarians and other wackos will tell you, they are poisonous for a multitude of reasons, most of which have to do with chemicals that keep critters and bugs away. Little four-legged things, birds, squirrels, rats, etc. Many, many, many poisons are put on and around produce. Even stuff that claims to be organic, a lot of it is a lie, sadly. There's different levels of organic, if you don't know this, and some of them just lie. They could be irregular shit and it says organic. You really got to know where you're buying something from. Costco is one place that is die-hard fact. If they say something's organic, it is. So you can always trust them. But no matter what your store is, including Whole Foods or whatever bougie place you have, what do they have out there in Texas? H-E-B. And that gas station you guys love with the big rat out front. Anyway, Here's all you do. Get these potatoes, and I'm going to tell you the chemical magic secret in easy cooking. Don't boil, don't peel, don't do all this shit. Assuming your potato is not fucked up looking, it is going to have some amount of chemicals on it. This goes for carrots, apples, anything that you're eating. There's a lot of chemicals in it, sadly. But what's easy about the potato is that skin, if it hasn't been pierced, is like armor. It's just that nutritious armor. It has terrible stuff on it. Here's all you do. All of those chemicals that they use on and around your potatoes and other things, cucumbers, a whole lot of vegetables, is based on oil and waxes. The reason for that is because if they used water base or just whatever chemicals, as soon as it rained or when it went from hot to cold due to the cycle of the day and night, it would sweat off or wash off all of the chemicals. And then they would not be protected and various critters would get them and or diseases. So they use wax and or oil-based chemicals because it repels water and it sticks to the product, in this case, your potato. Somebody said, why does that potato look like a gerbil with a little tail and an ear? Oh, shit. Although a chungus, yes, that's my new word. Oh, you knew that? Chungus. Okay, so you have to literally degrease your produce. Now you will hear wackos and vegetarians and vegans and gurus and fucking idiots say, just throw it in the sink with some baking soda or vegetable wash and it magic. No, those people are retards. You must degrease it. Okay? So it's this simple. The best degreaser that is not terribly toxic is regular old household dish detergent. Whatever you use. The blue one, what? Anyone know the blue one? Dawn? Dawn or Ajax or generic store brand. It doesn't matter. Maybe you have a sponge, one of those two-sided ones that's kind of soft on one side and scratchy on the other. Or you could use your hands. FYI, do not ever eat tomatoes without degreasing them. And when your mother, when you were younger, or someone you know, or your wives out there just say, oh, all you got to do is wash your produce, put it under water and squiggle your hand on it for a second. False! These cleaners, these chemicals they put on that are not water-based, it will do nothing. Yeah, if there's dust or surface dirt on your produce, putting it under water will get rid of that. But the up to 30 various chemicals that are oil and wax-based will not come off. That's a fact. Think I'm crazy or making this up? Do this very simple test. Take a tomato from your store, a normal, baseball-sized, whatever tomato, and rub it under water with your hands. You're gonna feel a very slipperiness to it, like a freshly waxed car. You'll see how water beads and the sound it makes. Now, get a tiny bit of soap, put it on your hands like you were washing your hands, right? So make them soapy. Wash the tomato very quickly. This is not a 10-minute thing. This is 5 seconds. Just swoosh, 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 spin it around, get the whole tomato. Now rinse your hands, rinse tomato, and rub it again. Listen to the sound it makes. Often the color will change. If you save the water, I've done, what they call tomatoes on the vine, and taken several off, and done it in a glass bowl, washed them and looked in, and it was brown. I can assure you that's not just tomato skin. So anyway, take your potato, and again, this takes seconds. Now, when I do it, I get a bag of potato, however big it is, and I do it all at once, right? So I put water in the sink if you have a stopper, or you could just use a big pan or bowl, like a spaghetti pot or something. And I make it soapy, and I wash each one. Tomatoes are easier because they're slicker. In the case of potatoes, you could use your hand. I have one of those sponges. You could use a brush, I suppose, but I like the sponges that are scratchy on one side. I don't know if there's a name for that, but I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. And I just throw the potatoes in the soapy water. I take one out, and I rub it with the scratchy, soapy sponge. This is not a 10-minute thing. I do the whole bag in 2 minutes, put it in the sink, thoroughly rinse them, leave them on the counter to dry, and now they are clean. You could do single potatoes, pull one out, in which case it's seconds, right? It takes me longer to tell you all of this than... yeah. So... pull a potato, russet, out of the bag. This is a fine example over here. And clean it. Is that step important? Yes. Normally, I would not eat the skin on a potato, and I don't do it willingly unless someone else makes it for me, and I kind of have no choice. I feel bad about it and gross, if I'm being honest. But you should eat the skin. It is loaded with nutrients, which I won't go into. Unless you're just hell-bent on, I'm not eating potato skin. You should just cut it up, smash it up, whatever, into your mix. And it's very good for you. Now, take your regular fork with 4 tines, the little pointy, stabby parts of a fork, and put some holes in your potato. This is not a science. This is not something you have to be crazy about. If this potato here, I would just kind of stab, rotate it, stab. Maybe a stab or two more. I might do one on the end or not. It needs a little ventilation. That's it. Total time so far is about 15 seconds. You don't have to wrap it, despite what people say, or any fucking craziness. Take the potato that you just washed, you just stabbed, put it on a microwave-safe plate. Assume no wrap, no craziness. Assuming you have a modern microwave that's not from 1988, that's 1,000 or more watts. Put it on a plate, put it in the microwave. You don't need to cover it. You could. I have this thing that looks like a lid made of plastic you could throw over it, but it's not going to splatter. Anyway, sit it on the plate, and here is the rule of thumb. A small-ish potato is 6 minutes. You don't fuck it, you don't turn it, you don't do any dancing with a little hat on and pretend you're a monkey. 6 minutes, done. A medium potato, 7 minutes, and a big, what I call a big one, which is typical in most bags. You don't normally get some monstrosity the size of a size 13 Jordan high top. Potatoes like that do exist, but mostly when you get them from a mainstream company, they're graded in the size. I just ate and had some potato. Magic potato. Anyway, Danny's messaging me from your guild, Fast Cat, and she said something that was false. Anyway, so 6, 7, or 8 minutes. Now, you can't really easily overcook it, so if your potato only needed 6 and you did it for 7 and 8, really it's not going to be much different. So error on the side of a little bit longer if you're worried, right? You could just do every potato for 8 minutes or 7 minutes. Okay, and then you're done. Now, There is a level 2 secret to this. This is the magic and the chemistry that until recently no one knew, but bodybuilders and athletes have known this for many, many years. Many years. I won't go into the physics or the science of it because it's very boring and most people, if more than one see this, wouldn't understand it anyway. There is a magic that happens to a potato if you cook it and then chill it. Again, I'm not going to go into why. You're more than welcome to look into this. You may find some information, but just take Fastcar's word because I state facts. When you cook a potato and put it in the refrigerator, magic happens somewhat quickly. I typically do it overnight, but it doesn't have to be. A couple hours is fine. The type of carbohydrate changes and a chemical magic happens and yada yada. The potato becomes 10 times better for you and more nutritious. I know, even though you don't hear it, this works on other carbs too, including pasta. And someone's going to say, is that why when certain foods, I cook it, put it in the fridge, and it tastes better the next day? No, that's a different thing, but it does become less bad and more nutritious. The short version is the carbs that make you potentially fat and sugar stuff completely goes away, and it makes a substance. It still tastes like potato, it smells like potato, it looks like potato, that feeds the good guy bacteria in your entire body tremendously. So, when possible, Fastcar and Chef Jem, we will refrigerate our potatoes. For breakfast today, I had eggs with fried potato, russet, and Chef Jim, the night before, microwaved the potatoes, put them in the fridge, and then we eat them in the morning. Fried in butter with eggs on it, and in my case, a little sour cream. I don't know if he sour creams his. Anyway, and then you can just use it. Now, do you have to refrigerate it? No. I will tell you a wonderful, wonderful thing, especially if you have good mayonnaise, is to make potato salad. Because of the refrigerating of it and the fats, and if you're a smart person that puts hard-boiled egg, and maybe other things, some people like onion or celery, which is a plus, but some real magic happens with potato salad. I don't know how long potatoes that are cooked last in a refrigerator if it's cold. Certainly 2 days, maybe 3 days, but ours don't last that long. And considering how easy it is to do, you could just do this continuously. You should eat potato very often. Baked potato. Instant potatoes go through a chemical process that actually makes them worse for you. And even though you probably don't know anything about sodium, too much salt is bad. Doctors and people don't just say that for no reason. It causes 50 various bad issues in your body. Don't eat instant. And really, they're not that fast. I don't know. I haven't used them in so many years, but I would assume on a stovetop or even a microwave, it's at least several minutes, right? To heat up a stove or microwave them for, 5, 8 minutes. I'm not really sure, 10. When you could have a real potato that's 100 times more nutritious and 100 times less bad from you, even unrefrigerated, right? There's really no need to have instant. In all caps, Fastcar. You can take an electric kettle, which is how I do it, which warms up water very quickly, making 1 cup of potato blah, 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 blah. All right, this person, I'm assuming a woman by the name, says, I don't have an electric kettle, but she says it's much faster than boiling water on the stove. Maybe. I don't know. But I'm sure it's not 7 seconds, right? Okay, so you should eat potatoes for this very special trick you can do with the refrigerator. But even if you can't, they're extremely nutritious. Obviously, they taste good. You can make them loaded, and you should. There's a magic about ground beef. If it's of high quality, not all ground beef. This is another video. But if you want to take one of the fast carb potatoes, just crush it and throw some burger meat, ground beef on top of it, cheese, sour cream, whatever it is you like. This is very, very nutritious and special. All right, so I'm going to end this. Yes, all of you should eat the potato exactly as I said, whether it's fresh or you get a chance to refrigerate it some. Even if you only get an hour or two, it makes in the refrigerator. It makes a profound difference on the nutritional state of the potato. And yes, again, you should eat the skin if you clean it. How do I eat them? In times past, rather than Doritos or whatever people, somebody wrote Funyuns, knowing how much Fastcar has hate for Funyuns, like Dr. Pepper. Who is eating Funyuns? They're like razor blades, barbed wire that rips your mouth apart, and they don't taste. If even one Jaspie member eats Funyuns, please tell me. I don't think people are eating Funyuns. If anyone not from Jaspie, you know what, I was going to make this private. I'm going to put it on regular YouTube. If anyone eats regularly, enjoys stupid Funyuns, let me know so I can curse you out. But in times past, rather than eating Doritos or pretzels or what doodles, I don't know, what do you call it? Cheese. It's, no, like Cheetos, those type of things, which is all garbage and all chemicals. Chef Jim is here. He made a wonderful breakfast. I would much rather a baked potato of some version. How hard is it if you have one already made, and even if you don't, right, that's in the fridge, you can put it in a little microwave bowl on a plate, smash it up. They're very soft. You could just get a knife and make slices. It takes seconds, right? Reheat it and put cheddar cheese, sour cream, bacon. If you want it loaded, you could put chopped meat on there and make a taco potato, but you could do it simple. I would much rather eat that because it's real food, no chemicals, and extremely high nutrition. Those other chips are all just garbage and very, very, very bad for you. How do I eat it? Typically with butter. At minimum, do not be afraid of butter. It's not bad for you. Butter and sour cream is my minimum go-to, and I find that extremely delicious. And it's filling, and it does all kinds of wonderful stuff for the body. Just if I want something quick. Typically, Fastcar doesn't just eat carbs without protein. So I would have something with it, typically. But I have snacked on just potatoes. If you want to make a potato salad, wonderful. With egg in it, super nutritious. It's easy. If you make it ahead of time, you get on the game. You just go get a bowl. There's no fucking around. It's ready to go. Do I put raisins? No, that's a weird Midwest white people thing. No, for me, it's based. I'm fine with just potatoes and eggs. I also do not salt mine with conventional salt. I use potassium chloride salt, which I've done vids on. If you don't know what that is, let me know and I will explain it again. But this will make your potato 10 times more nutritious using potassium chloride salt instead of normal sodium chloride table salt. Anything else? I would. So they're asking, do you eat them throughout the day? I would, but at this point in my life, I'm not growing anymore like when I was powerlifting and bodybuilding and trying to bench press over 600 pounds and all this. I'm good with one a day, which for a while lately is generally for breakfast. I would eat them at other times. There's no reason not to. Just looking. You said you eat them for breakfast. Oh, so what Chef Jim does is he makes the potato, as I told you, puts it in the refrigerator overnight. In the morning, like today, he will just take one out, put it on a plate, and just roughly slice it. This is not a whole big event. This is 5 seconds. Slice, 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 slice. He makes slices. He puts it in a pan with butter on kind of a low-medium heat because you don't want to burn the butter. One could also use olive oil or a mix of olive oil and butter, but he uses butter on a low-medium heat, and he just puts the slices in until they kind of brown. And this happens relatively quickly. It's already cooked. So you don't have to cook it per se. Also, it would be chilly from the refrigerator, so this little frying process warms them right up, and they do get a little bit softer. When they start to brown, he turns them over, and this creates to me, very delicious thing. They're kind of crispy on the outside. Almost like a thin potato chip, but they're soft and sexy in the middle in all the right ways. It's a wonderful combination. He then just scrambles eggs in them. You can make them separate and top it on the potato or just make it all together. By all means, you could smash the potato. You could make cubes. It's just a lot more work. Smashing it would be easy. Frying it and then flipping it like, what are those Jew... Now, I wish I was talking to Fastcast, which only some of you know who she is. Hi, Fastcast. There's a name. I know she's saying it. The Jews make like this potato pancake. Is it ladka? Ladka? I forget the name of it. Knish? No, I don't think it's knish. It's more flat. Anyway, you could just roughly, very quickly smash your potato in the pan with a spoon, a spatula, whatever, a potato masher, but they're very soft. Yeah, and just make one big pancake. When it browns, flip it over with a large... Can you say spatula like if you were the Count from Sesame Street? Is he the purple vampire? Or is that some juice or cereal from when I was a kid? How would he say spatula? Spatula! Fast cat, I didn't giggle, and no, that wasn't fun. Spatula. Next time any of you cooks with a spatula, I want you to just in your mind say spatula and giggle, and your wife's significant other or no one may or may not laugh. All right. Any more questions that are good? I just looked at potato. They do have a lot of... Yes, they do. Avocados have more, but... And you should eat avocados. I have my own list of superfoods, fast car superfoods. The potato, the sweet potato, and the avocado are all on there. And you should eat them. fact, unless you're on some hardcore keto or something. However, if you do the refrigeration trick, whatever nutrition you like, if you Google what's in a medium russet potato, it's going to tell you, carbs, all the micros and macros and all of this. But when you refrigerate it, it changes. It doesn't exactly work like this, but let's say a medium, whatever the number is, if a medium russet is 50 carbs, when you refrigerate it after cooking it, it kind of goes down to about 3 to 5. That's the short version for dummies. So you can get away with eating potato. Would I eat 20 of them a day? No, if I was on keto. But can you have one a day and be fine? Absolutely. The way it works on your body. And for those of you that are diabetic, pre-diabetic, or just watch your sugar, potatoes, although not as bad as other foods, will slightly raise your blood sugar. When you do the refrigeration trick, it knocks that down by about 75 to 95%. Yes, so it's wonderful. And it doesn't taste any different. It doesn't taste weird. It's really a great magic. And yes, like I said, it does work on pasta and some other things. What about baked goods? Could I make a warm pie, refrigerate it, and reheat it? Yes, you could. Cakes, cookies, brownies, anything with wheats and grains. If you refrigerate it, it becomes less bad and more nutritious. It's just that it works percentage-wise more on a potato. Where do you get potassium salt? Amazon from bulk supplements. There's a million other places you can get it. Never, ever, 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 ever use table salt, cooking salt, Himalayan salt, pink salt, kosher salt. Don't use it. Get yourself potassium chloride. It looks like regular salt you're used to. It'll fit in your salt shakers and grinders. No one will eat your food and go, oh, your salt tastes weird. It tastes exactly the same. Use it. Get rid of all your other salt. Whatever some guru told you, some website, a book about mind and sea salt and this color and that, it's all insane and ridiculous. Americans eat too much salt by a lot, and it causes huge medical issues. Even if you're young and you don't feel it, you should get, as an average person, about 2.5 grams, 2,500 salt a day, and about 5,000 potassium. The magic in your body happens at that 2-to-1 ratio. So twice as much potassium as salt. Most Americans get 10 times salt and are very deficient in potassium. Simply go to Google and type over here, typity-type, are people deficient in potassium? You will be shocked. It's like 99% of Americans. And they get 10 times too much salt, which causes a host of medical conditions. With some minor changes, you can fix that. One being, don't salt anything with conventional table salt. Use potassium. Now, asterisk, pay attention. This is very serious. Electrolytes of any kind can cause you harm. You hear about electrolytes and Gatorade and these little packs that people take thinking it's doing something. You could take way too much salt, and more than likely your body would just piss it out in 99.9% of cases. If you just took a half a cup of salt, let's say, a quarter cup of salt, put it in water and chugged it, you'd probably get the shits a little bit, but you would pass it through. Do not do this with potassium. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just telling you, you don't want to take an insane amount of it because it will definitely fuck you up. If you say, but I like salty popcorn or whatever, you're fine. If you put 2 extra shakes or whatever is salty to you because you like it. Actually, it's better for you. You're fine. But by all means, look up how many people are deficient in potassium. But you can get it elsewhere. In regular stores, it'll be called like salt substitute or heart smart salt. Some of these products are half sodium and half potassium. But it's just easier to go to Amazon and get something like bulk supplements potassium chloride. It's cheap for pound. You'll get a bag that'll last you your whole life for a couple of dollars. And anything that you salt, you should put it on. If you saw my recent candy video, the high protein nut chocolate snacks that I make, that's the same potassium salt I was talking about. Will you actually feel it if you fix your salt and potassium? 1,000%. When I did this many years ago, I was shocked at my performance difference working in the gym, every aspect of life. When you get 2 potassiums for every salt in your diet, and this is not like, oh, you got to do it for a year and you will lose weight, you will burn fat faster, your brain works better, you will get up easier, you will need less energy drinks, you'll be strong. Oh, and for men, your dick, oh, powerful dick. Now, you ain't gonna be no fast car 13 by 8.5, but your junk will work better. By a lot, dramatically. You will go down the pee, grab it, and go, what the fuck is that? That ain't my penis. Even if you go, I'm a shower, I'm a grower, not a shower. Oh, that's going to change. You might get what's called trademark big dick-itis. Yes, it really works. But you have to... Oh, and you're going to finish... Oh, you'll be like me squirting across rooms. Yeah, believe me. You will make your wife, or maybe boyfriend, it's 2026... very happy with what this does to the PP. Believe me, if you get your salt at 2,500 and your potassium at 5,000, you should track this if you could. But yes, so using this shake-on product will make a big difference. I don't think my salt is that bad, and I eat fast food. Okay, well, here's my challenge for you. Go to Google, and keep in mind they lie a little bit, right? It's going to be a little bit more, but put in your favorite fast food. Maybe it's Wendy's, maybe it's McDonald's, maybe you're a Burger King guy or gal or other vampire cat. That was for one person. And find whatever your combo meal is, or, what you go when you're binging. Maybe you like, I don't know what people eat. I don't know number. Maybe you like a Wendy's Baconator combo with a large fries and a Diet Coke, and maybe you like dipping sauce for your fries. Find how much salt is in that. There's more in that meal than you should get in a day, and that's one meal. It's what fast foods, processed foods, TV dinners, snacks, massive salt. Even some pre-made stuff that's real food, you would be shocked how salty it is. So I am always watching for the salt for quite a few reasons. If avocados are so good, why don't you eat them? I do, and I wish I ate them more. Everyone should eat avocado daily. It's the easiest, if you don't hate it, I think they're fucking delicious, and you can use them a million ways. Avocado is in the top 5 of Fast Car's superfoods. The amount of potassium and other goodness in avocado is unreal. Whether you eat it plain, put it on sandwiches, in your pasta, you can mix it in foods that you would never think should get avocado. You won't taste it, right? But it will give you an unbelievable nutrition boost. If you want to make it into that, what's that Mexican dip that people fucking love? Avocadish? No. Yeah, guacamole. For whatever. Maybe you like to eat it by the spoonful. You like it on a. I don't know what people do it with. On various foods, certainly Latino foods, burritos, whether you want to put it in or on it, tacos and those type. It's good on potatoes, etc. This is not what this video is about, but you should absolutely eat all the avocado you can. That is life changing. Yeah, Costco has it pre-made, but just can get regular avocado. It takes 2 seconds. You don't have to wash it because the goodness is inside the armor. Yep, just cut it. You can scoop it out any way you can get avocado in you. I would say minimum one a day, but for most people, more than one. Yeah, they're a little expensive, but your health is worth everything. Drink less soda, smoke less weed and booze, and spend a few cents on fucking avocado. Have you ever put avocado on top of baked potato? Absolutely, on a loaded one. I love one of my potatoes with slices or mashed avocado, sour cream, cheddar, with or without ground beef, which is my go-to meat. Bacon is fine, yeah. But yes, absolutely. Are avocados good for the penis? This is quickly turning into a penis video. Yes, 100%. But this is another video. I could do a whole food for your penis. So, Jaspie, I wanted this to be a 3-minute video. I didn't mean for it to be, are we an hour? 41 minutes. If anyone has questions, feel free to get back to me. Do other potatoes work? Yes, there's some reasons why I say russet, quite a few, but you could use various, what do people call them? White potatoes, new potatoes. What are those ones that are like mixed? They're kind of different colors. They're usually small, like golf balls. I can't think of the name. You could use those, but there are reasons why I like the russet. Yes, I stated that already. Sweet potatoes are more nutritious, slightly, and the cooling thing does work on them too. They are more expensive. Takes a little bit longer to cook them. Some people just don't like them. Some people love them. Could you put cinnamon and butter? Yes, 100%. So, wait. This is my last thing. Oh, it's Jaspie. Deep fry. I don't use it. We had one. My chef had one for years. Like a real deep fryer. Oil is expensive, even more so now. To me, it's a little gross. You reuse the same oil. It's fucking dirty. I have some issues with deep frying. Tastes good, but we got an air fryer and have never looked back. I can't say I miss deep fried anything. And what was your second part? I like more of a. Wait, what is this? This is odd English. You are really Southern. I'm not going to read this, but this dude is really Southern. Like deep South woods where they got 4x4s, or they call them side by sides. See, if you're not a hillbilly, you don't know what that is. Oh, you like more of a crispy, flat hash brown style. 100%. You could take the potato, preferably out of fridge or not, and just smash it down with your, how does the Count say it? Spatula. Yeah, and just make it flat, and it'll be super crispy in that butter. Oh, it'll be, and when you make it flatter and increase the surface area, it'll get buttery. Yeah, more 100%. You could do that, and it won't change the chemical magic that happens. Or you could make it a chunky. Some people like I don't know. Often down south they call it home fries, where they rough chop the fast car potato, and they might put paprika on it, or Yeah, you could put hot sauce or rubbed. Oh, like yeah, you could put whatever on it. It won't change that magic chemistry that happens when you refrigerate it. So you can eat potato salad. Yes, you can. And like I said, you should put hard-boiled egg in it unless you're got some major issue with eggs. But there is real magic with egg and potato, especially refrigerated. And there's no limit. If you want to put 5 hard-boiled eggs in your potato salad or 20, you could make it half potato, half egg. I actually like that very much, that mixture, not just because nutritionally it's a fucking powerhouse. I just like the taste and the texture. Uh, Personally, I do eggs and potato for salad. My mother, as a kid, would put onion in it and celery, and depending where you live, you could do that other shit. It doesn't do anything for me. I just like it lightly potassium salted. And believe it or not, do you warm it or eat it cold? I like it cold, room temperature, and a little warm. I like it all 3 ways. I can't say I have a preference, but if somebody handed me a plate or a bowl of it and it was cold, I wouldn't go, I'm not eating this, it's cold. I like it cold. If it's room temperature, I like it, and if it's a little warm, I like it. To use regular mayo, I prefer Hellman's or Ken's thick mayo. I don't like it with that. What's that fake mayo that they call a spread? Miracle Whip? If you eat that, you might as well eat Funyuns because you're fucked up. That shit's terrible. But I like it with regular mayo, and you can kick it up a notch with avocado mayo, would be even better. You could also mix avocado in it. But believe it or not, I like mine with shredded cheddar cheese on my potato egg salad. I just find it wonderful. Cold, room temperature, or even warm, so it gets a little melty. I find that combo fantastic. I fucking love it. And again, this would take minutes for you to make a bowl, and you could eat this for several days. If you have kids, it's much better than any bullshit you're feeding them. This is real food. That's for another video. Again, I wanted this to be 5 minutes, and we're almost at 50, so I really, really, really want to end this. Any other little boosts? You could put a little bit on any potatoes after it's cooked, extra virgin olive oil. For many reasons, I prefer the Costco brand. This is not a video about olive oil, which I've done before on my food channel. They are not all the same. The cheap shit isn't real and has almost no health benefits. I can tell you factually, after sending quite a few to a lab, that the Costco Kirkland extra virgin olive oil is the second best in the world. I know where they get it from. The one that is slightly better, and we're talking about splitting hairs, maybe 1% better, is almost 10 times the cost. Get the Costco extra virgin olive oil. When you cook it, some things happen to olive oil the longer you cook it, but you should eat it raw. It is a superfood. It will not make you fat. It won't give you cholesterol or heart problems. But if you wanted to put a couple of squirts on any of your potato with or without butter, that is wonderful. All right, I'm going to conclude this. I hope Jaspie listened, because I like Jaspie. Some of you know him, some of you don't. He's a guild leader of Oops. They're very nice people. They don't have trolls. They're a friendly, kind of family guild. I don't know if they do PvE or not, but they roll around the battlegrounds. All of them. But he's not a spring chicken anymore, and you can't be eating that shit. It will come and bite you. If it hasn't yet, it will. Very shortly. One day you're going to go to the doctor with this, that, and the other problem, and he's going to want to give you tests and shove shit up your ass and give you 20 fucking pills and shots. And you can avoid 99% of it with a slight diet change. Now all we have to do is get him off Dr. Pepper, Jaspie. He's laughing right now, only he knows why, maybe a few of his members. That shit is straight poison. You're better, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but you're better off drinking alcohol. And most wine, especially red, is kind of a little good for you if you don't have too much of it. There's magic in red wine, that's a fact. Even cheap shit. It's not related to the price. But you're always better off with clean water or lemonade. Alright, so Jaspie, no more instant potatoes. That shit is bad for you and shitty. Use the fast carb potato, and anyone else that watches this. I've never had one. What you called loaded is, oh my god, are you kidding me? If you make it the way I say, wash it. I'm going to give you the total time. As you say, how long realistically? Grab the bag, 5 seconds. Open the bag, 5 seconds. Grab a potato, 5 seconds. Throw it in the sink. Grab your little sponge with scratchy side. Put on 1 drop. You know, you can put a little more. It won't matter. You're just wasting it. But put 1 drop, right? Make sure your sponge is a little wet on the potato and just scrub it around like you're washing a baby, washing your car very quickly. You don't have to scrub this for 45 minutes. The degreaser that's in the soap at your sink, it pretty much instantly dissolves and releases all of the wax, oils, and poisons. You rinse it, I'll be generous and say 30 seconds. We're still under a minute. Put it up, poke holes, still under a minute. Put it on a plate in the microwave, still under a minute. Microwave it for 6 to 8 minutes. Right, and you're done. You could eat it right away, including the skin, or you could put it in the fridge as I described in the video. But do not be afraid of butter. Real butter. It's not going to give you cholesterol, make you fat. All of that stuff is ridiculous and untrue. Use all the butter you want. Put sour cream, and it's fucking delicious. Again, I like mine with cheese, cheddar cheese. Not sauce per se, like taquillo sauce, like real cheddar cheese. Although you could use whatever else you might like. The Dutch have a wonderful cheddar alternative. You could use Swiss or Mexican blend from Costco, whatever you like. You could use Velveeta, but it's not really cheese and it's very salty. But I just like regular shredded, whether I do it myself or it comes in a bag shredded cheddar, and it's fucking wonderful. I like it better than any Dorito, Funyun, pretzel chip of any type. And you could put hot sauce. You could put barbecue sauce or seasoning, but it's 1,000 times more nutritious. It's not even, you don't even have to feel guilty about it. Not that most of you that live on chips do, and it's cheaper. I only know Costco, but fucking Doritos, potato chips, cheesy poofs, what are they calling it? Cheetos. They're not cheap. You get a couple of ounces as what? These days? $4, $5, $6? Unless they're on sale, but even then they're kind of expensive. A 10-pound bag of potatoes at Costco is nothing. You know, and you get, I don't know, 30, 40, 50 big servings compared to, exactly, with none of the bad shit. It's real food that nourishes you. And yeah. All right, people, you dragged all this fucking time out of me. The Greatness of the Potato. I don't know what I'm going to name it, but it'll upload fast because there's no high-tech vid going on. It's just a picture. So this will be up when you guys hear me say legend. This will be up 5 minutes later. It looks like a mouse. There's an eye and a little mouse. Oh, look at that. It looks like a chunky mouse. Yeah, someone said something else earlier. What's my new favorite word? Chungus! My new favorite word is Chungus. How did you... I'm ending on this. Fact. How did you become aware of Chungus? I don't want to make this too long. If anyone here knows many Chomps, please have her listen to this video, or at the very least, starting right now. Right? If she doesn't want potato facts, have many Chomps. If anybody knows her, listen to this part. Please send this to her. Many Chomps is a streamer. Some of you love, some of you listening, I know, hate for whatever reason. I think she's adorable. She is a tiny, 4'8", 60-pound, adorable little thing. American. I knew this was going to happen. Immediately, three people in caps wrote feet pics or send feet pics. You are more than welcome to ask many Chomps, but I'm not her foot pimp. Is that a term that I just invented? Foot pimp? She is an adorable little thing. I don't know how old she is. Sometimes she looks 16. Sometimes she looks 30. She is somewhere in there. So, I don't know. She might be legal, although 16 in most places is. I have no idea. Anyway, here's where I got my Chungus education. Many Chomps is quite a character. She has some kind of degree in something really useless, probably lib. She's a West Coaster, so it's probably like pre-World War II female pilots or lit, or I don't know, music of barbarians. I'm sure she has some kind of degree like that. She's very well spoken. She's a smart cookie and adorable. She wears little costumes. I don't know who they are because I'm not a nerd. Little cats. I don't know what they are. She wears adorable little costumes. She does a cooking show. I love her to pieces. Anyway, Many Chomps was playing the game, streaming one day, not very long ago. She probably doesn't even remember this. And some char that was the biggest size possible, like in height and width, was wearing an armor set. Don't ask me, because I don't care anything about fashion or know anything. He was wearing a gigantic, thick, puffy, chunky outfit. It made him look 3-4 times bigger than a standard char. He seemed to be, what do kids call it, stream sniping or something. He was clearly following her around, just trying to get her over and over. And she was playing it cool, like ignoring him and not saying anything for the first 10 minutes. Go on, quickly. I have no idea who it was, and I don't remember the tag, which is not the point. Anyway, to end the story, this big fat fucking char is following her around, and he keeps trying to get her, but she has her pocket healer. Is it Merpy? Shout out to Merp. Was keeping her alive. So this guy is just constantly showing up. Oh, he's just always there. And finally, I think he got her, or was responsible for her getting got. And she's like, I got this big, she doesn't lose it. She sounds like she's very monotone. And she sounds like an NPR DJ. Yes, have a very good day. It's 45 degrees out today, and I hope you're smiling. Even though she's not, I feel like she should be vegan. I could tell she's never been fucked right, because she would act very differently. But anyway, this Char that was very big and chunky was harassing her, killed her, or was responsible for getting killed, and she's like, I got this big fucking Chungus following me around, shadowing me, and people type like LOL, laugh out loud, or rolling on the floor laughing, but they don't mean it. It's just a thing people type and say, but they don't mean it. Oh, I literally meant it. I was eating and doing some paperwork. She was on in the background, and when she got a little spicy, and I love spicy, many Chomps, it was the funniest thing to me. It's still funny now, hearing her say Chungus. I just heard, it's funny to me if you were in traffic and there was a convertible, whatever, Mustang, and some chick got cut off by some asshole, right? And the chick turned out to be a nun who was in her full outfit, right? The nun outfit. And if the nun raged out and stood up in the convertible and said, "You cut me off, you fucking dick stick," that's how funny it is to me. Little innocent many NPR many Chomps saying Chungus. It's literally my favorite thing that anyone has ever said in the game. And I don't talk to her all the time. I see her once in a blue moon on her stream. If you do listen to this, many Chomps, hi. Nah, I don't want any many Chomp stories because she killed you. Yeah, there's a lot of hate. Whatever. I'm going to ignore it. So, do you know that she has what? Sorn Pal? Sorn? Is that supposed to be Oh, I think it's the typo. She has samples of your voice, unless it was done by AI when you subscribe or do various things. Yes, I am aware of this. It's funny. I did it a long time ago. I get messages actually from people around the world that see her stream and they're like, yo, your voice, do you charge her? No, for many Chomps, everything is free. I would bodyguard her for free. She's such a little cutie. That's something you can ask me privately. Chungus. Maybe she'll make a button if you ask her. Oh my god, many Chomps. Can you make a Chungus button for Fast Car? Here, I'll give you a couple of phrases. You could spend like chump bucks or whatever you earn when you watch. She has different things you can collect. How about a Chungus button? Many Chomps. Chungus. 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 Big, fat Chungus. Look at that big old Chungus. Look at that huge Chungus. This is Fast Car, and I approve of many Chomps using the word Chungus. So there you go. I hope she does make a button of it. If she does, somebody let me know, or Chomps Discord me or something. I want to come on and I want to press the Chungus button. Okay. Yeah. And you're not escaping either, Jaspie. The cost of this video, my time is valuable. And I sat here for over an hour. Most of it was for you. I need you to name a... Somebody wrote, I want to end this, guys. How much would you pay me if I made a tune named Chungus? I'm shocked no one has. I would give you 50 gold if you made a tune named Chungus and actually played it. Can anyone top that? What if I made Fast Chungus or Chungus Car? I send you 100 gold. If you show me a screenshot or message me in the game right on the spot, then I'll make a video of it and put you in one of my videos. If you were Fast Chungus, Chungus Car. Many Chungus, 250 gold if she makes, she'd have to play it. It can't just be made once. But I would take her word for it. If she made a mini Chungus Mesmer and played it, I'd give her 250 gold that she could use on some kind of raffle or something next time she has one of her games. You know, she does giveaways and stuff like that. She could buy whatever, do whatever she wants with it. But if she makes a mini Chungus, how about mini Chungus car? I don't think that would fit. That would be funny. But if she makes a mini Chungus, I will give, yes. I would like Jaspie, in my honor, next time I come on his stream, to use Chungus a couple times in a sentence or in a story. It's just, I don't know why. That day that many Chomps said it was the funniest thing to me. Just tiny little Chompy, adorable little baby in her little mousy outfit or whatever that thing is, saying, cursing out and damning that fat Chungus. It may not be funny to you, but it was hysterical to me. As funny as like your grandmother saying it, right? That's the shock value. Imagine hanging out, you know, you go to see Granny and she's white hair and skinny and old, right? And hunched over and she's like, Billy, I was at the store today and some Chungus cut me in line. You're an artist. Can I draw you a Chungus Cholo? Oh my God. Listen. If someone out there is good at computer art, if you can draw me, I'm not creative when it comes to art. If anyone can draw me and post on my Discord to somehow get it to me, right? Or to my attention, if you can draw a Cholo Chungus, especially if it looks like a potato, I'll give you 200 gold. I am commissioning someone to make a Cholo, but you gotta know what a Cholo is, how they dress, how they look. Oh la la. Arriba la raza. Right, get me a male or female. Either one. Or both. If you could draw a gang, I'll throw in another 50. If you could do a Chungus Cholo, oh my God, I'll give you gold and I'll make you famous on a video. This was supposed to be a Jaspie potato video. Chungus, oh. I really hope many Chomps make some type of Chungus button. How about a button you press and it goes, I just pressed the useless Chungus button. Oh God, I just spent 100 chump bucks and all I got was, wait, I can't say it without laughing. People, I'm ending on this no matter what. Let me try again. I just spent 100 chump bucks, and all I got was this lousy. See, oh God, you're making me laugh. Stop. Nobody type LOL or anything. Just no one type. All right. Or the few of you that have mics. I just spent 100 chump bucks, and all I got was this lousy. I just spent 100 chumpy bucks, and all I got was this lousy Chungus audio clip. No, I'm not laughing. I'm having breathing difficulties. Fastcard doesn't laugh. He's very serious. And Fastcat, no, I don't giggle, so don't give me a giggle cat. Meh. All right, I'm going to end this. I gave you guys content. My time is valuable, and I just gave you bastards 110 minutes. Yeah, shout out to everyone, especially Warg. You know what? I'm putting this video out kind of early. It's Friday. I'm going to have a giveaway. I don't do this publicly too often. If anybody sees this, on reset, about 5 minutes or something before it lets you an EB, so it would be 5 of 10 here on the East Coast, I'm going to put my usual message out, which is something like, happy reset, Team Fast Car. I'm gonna take down every name of people that use Chungus in a sentence. Happy Chungus Day. Let's make it Chungus Day. You will be allowed to call me Chungus Car or Fast Chungus. I'm going to take all your names. I'm going to randomly pick one. I'm going to send you gold. So we're going to have we're going to have the Chungus giveaway. I don't know. I'm in a good mood. That easy. All you got to do is say Chungus. Now, I'm expecting 1, 2, 5 people to see this, but how funny if 30, 50, 100 people were all saying Chungus? What if I have a rhyme I type in Chungus? Oh, instant win. But it's got to be legit. Don't come, you got to come correct if you're going to make a little rap. Even I, who have done many poems and raps, have never rapped about Chungus, nor could I. That is so funny. No, I'm always in a good mood. You don't know me. I am in a slightly better mood due to extremely high nutrition in the last few days and a procedure I went under. Yes, I got shot 5 times. I'm recovering and I'm feeling great. Well, I got shot a full clip, but 5 went through. All right, people, I keep saying I want to go. Please let me go. It would be just easier if I had a mic on all the time and just did a continuous stream of playing and yeah. Okay. Again, if you want feet pics, ask her. And I don't know what size her piggies are. Message many Chomps. I'm sure maybe she does or doesn't give it out. I don't know if she's private. She may or may not have a game boyfriend. I know she did for a while. I don't know if she's game single or not. Or who knows, maybe she's game whore. Even though she doesn't seem like it. Okay. My second favorite? People, I have to end on this. Actually, it's something important's about to happen. In fact, here, I'm going to do this live while you people are here. Watch this. Text. Let's see. Hello, Super Sandra. What time will you be coming by for your visit, please? Okay, text him. Second, people, listen, no matter what, 100%, you could type 7 books, I don't care. Shout out to Warg, by the way, especially Fishmonger. Make sure you start saying Chungus Fishmonger. That's your new thing. You could use Skindery Fish. Skindery Chungus, but they're kind of opposites because Skindery is flat and skinny, and Chungus, of course, is kind of chunky. My second favorite, I'd have to put thought to it, but quickly, I have a memory. You people aren't going to believe this. The player known as Lucidity, Vanessa, shout out to Vanessa. One day we were on the phone or Discord privately. I don't remember which one it was. Maybe on the phone. We used to talk on the phone a lot. And we were playing, but to me, she would be Vanessa, not the character of Lucidity, who's actually fun and funny and smart, and I'm smiling. She's cool when she's Vanessa and not playing Lucidity. And so we're in the game, and I don't know, she's trolling and killing motherfuckers, doing whatever we do. And I was like, man, so we had SM, and we were fucking with Blue. She was on a Willy when they first came out, were super mobile and super powerful, and she would run up, troll 5-10 people, usually kill one or two, and then zap back to me. I would heal her. And we were doing this over and over for hours, and we're laughing hysterically. It was, fun, and it was funny, and she was doing her little her real laugh, which is funny. And at one point, I'm like, these motherfuckers have no idea that you're like fun and funny as Vanessa. They just think you're a hating troll and a malicious, vicious bitch. And she did like a cartoonish laugh and then said in a funny voice, "I'm spicy." Out of the blue. And that's the Vanessa that I like. I wish you people knew her. But that was funny also. Was when she's cartoon voice, spicy Lucidity Vanessa. Shout out to her. I don't know if she still plays, but I wish she would come out more to play. Alright, peeps. I hope you enjoyed this. You learned some potato facts. Could you make fries? Yes, 100%. The same way. I don't know. A fry. I gotta end. A fry is just a shape. You know what I mean? It's still just potato. There's nothing magic about a French fry. It's just a long rectangle or weird square thing. Extended. Yeah. I personally prefer tots just because of the. Yeah. Exactly. But if you're eating fries, you like potato, you could just simply make a fast potato, cut it in any shape, slices, mash it, smash it, strips, lightly potassium salted, and yeah, you have your fry. You could air fry it, but it will come out just as good in a pan. I don't care about the shape. Most of the food I eat, I don't care about plating. People say, dude, you have a chef. Why does not look amazing? Some people say it looks like shit. I eat for nutrition, for the nutrients. 98% of the time. I don't care about, I eat shit on whatever plate or bowl. I don't care about fancy swirls with sauces and a bit of green for color. I don't give a fuck. I eat for the nutrients, right? When I buy gasoline, I don't care what color it is. I don't care if my gasoline is in a fancy plate, right? Or if there's stuff in it for color. I need it to make my car go. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm a function over form guy anyway, but. Alright, so I'm ending this. This is insane. You got a lot of I should get paid for this. I'm the only motherfucker that doesn't beg for thumbs up, subscribe. I don't give a fuck, Smokey. I really made this just for Jaspie. The rest of you are getting this just as a freebie. I have no idea whatsoever. Top 3 favorite people in the game. Literally, this is it. 3 favorite people in the game of all time or that are active right now. Well, in no particular order, Fastcast. I just wish she would use a microphone and play a little bit more often and not manage. I like Fastcast a lot. I would hug Fastcast. Number 2, Candy Guzzler. She's not just mega hot with boobs literally the size of bowling balls. I don't know what she paid for them. She is a funny, smart, talented, artistic, sweet, wonderful person. I is she single? And people this fast, is she single and send feet? No, she's not single. She's married to a nice gamer named Bear, who also plays this game. Who's bigger than all of you. Not as big as me, but he's bigger than all of you, as far as I know. But I like Candy is just fucking awesome. She makes me smile. Third favorite person. Ooh. This is no... I could do a top 5 or top 10. Top 3, Pepe from my guild. Pepe is the best of people. He's fun and funny and very funny and smart and goofy in the right way and talented at stuff in real life. This man has skills at things beyond belief. He's very interesting. He's quiet, so most of you don't know Pepe from DAOC, the Frog. Jay House, he has a lot of tunes. But he's definitely in my top 3 favorite people. I wish he's been off a little bit. He's got injured. We hope a speedy recovery for him. But I hope he comes back, because playing alongside of Pepe is the best. All right. Ugh. No, but Lucidity... No, that's not true. Lucidity is not in my top 10, but Vanessa would be in my top 10. It's just you don't get to see her a lot, because she used to always be hangry, which is like mad angry, and or didn't sleep, and or hadn't had sex in a while. But if Lucidity is Jekyll and Hyde, right? Right, so when Lucidity doesn't eat and hasn't slept or had sex, Lucidity is Lucidity. But when some or all of those things do happen, she's very fun. I don't know if she's changed. I haven't talked to her in quite a while. A year or two? A few times J-Mac tries to pretend he's Lucidity, but I know. I might even play along with it, but I know. Because he doesn't imitate... Like, when he tries to fake being me, he doesn't do me very well because he's not very smart or good at it. And the same thing when he pretends to be other people. This is why I always catch him, including Lucidity. Even when he makes a tune named Lucidity with the account Lucidity, right? Which is not... Yeah. He's just not very smart. But no, he's not in my top 1,000. All right, there you go, people. Done. Almost an hour and a half. Legend. Can I say Chungus one more time? For many chomps to sample, or just as a general, like, drive-by Chungusing? Is that a thing? Could we make that a viral thing? Where when you're in your car, bike, whatever you rock out, truck, you roll your window down and just yell Chungus? You think we could make that viral and then laugh when people are doing it and it's all over TikTok and shit and they're like, damn. Guntar came up with that. Oh, you know my real name. I should really edit that out, but I don't want to edit this whole ass video. False. Okay, so drive-by Chungusing. That would be funny if you start seeing all these dumb kids doing it, and it came from Fast Car. You know what? You inspired me, but I'm not going to say it on a live mic because I'm going to make a vid about that. And only a few people got to hear it, however many we got on this Discord. In All right, I'm out.